What if the most powerful word you'll ever say is the one you've been trained to fear? They taught you to be nice, to be available, to be easy to reach, to say yes, quickly, automatically. But nobody told you the price. Every yes you hand out is a small withdrawal from your time, your energy, your identity. No is not cruelty. No is clarity. No is a compass. This video isn't about shutting doors. It's about choosing the right ones. Because every no to one other is a yes to yourself. Stop explaining. Start choosing. Kneel or walk away. That is the oldest test in every legend. A young gatekeeper stood before the bronze gate of Avarin. Behind it waited a throne room of firelight, and a king who collected loyal souls like trophies. The elders whispered, "Say yes, and you'll matter. Say yes, and you'll belong. Say yes, and the world will applaud you." The gatekeeper's hands trembled, not from fear of the king, but from fear of disappointing everyone watching. He saw the bargain clearly. If he said yes, his days would become errands, his nights would become obligations, his name would become a tool. So he did something illegal in that kingdom. He breathed, he looked inward, and he spoke one word: no. The bronze gate began to close. The crowd hissed. The king smiled, as if he'd just watched a useful toy break. The elders shouted, "You're throwing away destiny." But the gatekeeper felt something else: relief, space, silence, like fresh air after a dungeon. Outside the palace walls, the forest path split into new roads, as if the world itself respected his boundary. When you refuse the crown, you discover the throne inside you. He didn't lose a future. He escaped a script. And the legend remembered him, not for ruling others, but for choosing himself. Watch the ones who lasted. They weren't the loudest. They were the most selective. In history, no is rarely shouted. It's practiced, like discipline. A Roman statesman is offered promotion, more influence, more banquets, more applause. He declines. Not because he hates power, but because he knows what power asks for next. More favors, more compromises, more of his soul on someone else's schedule. A scholar is invited to every salon, every debate, every important circle. He declines. Because attention is a currency, and most crowds are expensive. He chooses the library over the banquet hall, the page over the rumor. A commander is tempted by a glorious battle. The drums call his name. He declines. Because not every fight is worth a life, and not every victory is worth the cost. He studies terrain, supply lines, winter. He understands patience can be sharper than steel. Across empires, the pattern repeats. Overextension collapses stronger than invasion. Leaders don't fall only to enemies. They fall to obligations, to endless meetings, to alliances they were too polite to refuse, to wars started for pride, to yes spoken in a room full of eyes. The survivors understood one law. Time is finite. Energy is sacred. A calendar is a battlefield. So they built boundaries. They said no to distractions, so their yes could become a spear point. Empires die from too many yeses, long before they lose a war. This is the quiet truth behind legacy. The disciplined mind doesn't chase everything. It protects the few things that matter. Imagine a world where yes is automated, where the system doesn't chain you, it convinces you. The algorithm studies you, your cravings, your guilt, your fear of being left out. It schedules your life, auto accepts invitations, auto answers messages, auto fills your silence with noise. It calls this convenience, it calls this connection, but it's really extraction. Because every alert is a hook, every request is a small leash, every sure is a vote against your own depth. The algorithm doesn't need to hate you, it only needs your attention. Most people never notice. They're busy, they're needed, they're always on. They confuse motion with meaning. Then one day, someone refuses. A woman in a tower block apartment watches the city glow like an aquarium. She opens the settings menu and taps the forbidden option, manual. The feed collapses. The ads go silent. The world feels empty, and she almost panics. At first, it hurts. Silence feels like withdrawal. But then, something returns. Thought, breath, choice. She starts hearing her own mind again. She says no to the auto-invite, no to the instant reply, no to the urgent that isn't urgent. And suddenly, her life has edges, shape, a center. The future won't enslave you by force. It will exhaust you by consent. And the ones who survive it won't be the most connected. They'll be the most self-directed. Now bring it home. Not to kingdoms, not to empires, not to algorithms. To your Tuesday. You don't need more confidence. You need fewer compromises. Every time you avoid saying no, you say yes in secret. Yes to stress. Yes to resentment. Yes to living on other people's terms. But when you say no with calm precision, life changes texture. Time expands, not because the day gets longer, but because your attention stops leaking. Your mind clears, because you're no longer carrying 10 invisible contracts you never agreed to. Your self-respect grows, because you keep promises to yourself. And that is the foundation of self-trust. Here is the truth. Boundaries are not walls. They are coordinates. They tell reality where you stand. No, I can't do that. No, not today. No, that doesn't work for me. No, I'm focusing on something else. No apology, no courtroom speech, just a clean line in the sand. The strongest people aren't aggressive, they're precise. Saying no is not about becoming cold, it's about becoming clear. Energy saved becomes purpose invested. And the paradox is beautiful. When you respect your limits, others learn to respect your value. You don't lose opportunities. You lose distractions wearing opportunity's mask. So choose your yes. Make it rare. Make it meaningful. And let your no protect it. Because every no to one other is a yes to yourself. Say it once, and the world shifts. You don't need permission to choose yourself. You don't need a perfect reason. A boundary explained too much often becomes a boundary negotiated. So let your no be simple. Let it be clean. Let it be final. Not as a weapon, but as a compass. When you stop overgiving, you start building. When you stop overcommitting, you start becoming. The world will test you. It will offer urgency. It will offer guilt. It will offer praise for your obedience. But you are not here to be endlessly available. You are here to be aligned. Remember the echo. Carry it into your next decision. Again, and again, and again. Every no to the world is a yes to yourself.